Welcome to a 20-minute video. Let's get the timer started. Not sure if the camera could pick it up. Right now I am using the Sony ZV-E10 and I hope the audio will sound better. I put it lower on the camera but left it higher on the mic, so I'm hoping that it'll take away the noise sound in the background, and I'm hoping the volume will be higher, but we shall see. And I hope the camera will focus on me, because I noticed the product showcase is a feature on the camera, so if I put like a comb, it'll focus on the comb instead of on me. That's turned off, and I also make sure my laptop is not on the screen, because I remember a commenter mentioning that my screen will be blurry, and I can't really tell because I'm on my mobile phone, and I realized it was going in and out. So if it's on a desktop, I'm pretty sure people could see it, and that could be annoying. So I'm very glad that the commenter let me know. So I did push my laptop to the side, so I'm hoping it won't do that. And I talked about the camera, so hopefully everything will be okay, but if it's not, let me know, because if I could get this right, I'm pretty sure when I start vlogging it'll be easier, because I'll understand the setup with the mic. Because right now everything, even though I thought I got it right, it's not right, so I still gotta fine-tune things. Alright, let's get it started. So I am going to talk about some challenges and obstacles I'm going through. So to my viewers, if you're having a bad day, I highly recommend tuning out, because it's not going to be pleasant. Of course, I want to talk about the good stuff after, but this one, I have to talk about it. Maybe someone has been through there and could share their opinion or suggestions. But what happened was, from 8:28 all the way to 4 p.m. everything was going really good, very smooth. I was happy, head in the clouds, all jolly, jumping around, until 4 p.m. when the owner of the house came home. Of course, for the new viewers, I don't really have a good relationship with the owner of the house. She is a relative, and I'll explain why in a bit. And she started talking to the neighbors, and they're Vietnamese neighbors, and I'm not a fan of Vietnamese people. I'm Vietnamese myself, because I'm not sure if they do this to people of other ethnic race, or any other people aside from Vietnamese. But there seems to be like a judgment for social status, for vanity, for circles of people, and I'm not, down with the gossiping or throwing people under the bus to get where they want to be at. I mean, that's how, majority of the people, when I encounter it, they do that, and I don't want to be a part of any of that. So I steer clear of them. Even the Father of Heaven, he commanded me not to have any personal relationship with Vietnamese people who have left the First Estate, meaning any Vietnamese people from Vietnam, the ones that leave. So it doesn't matter if it's in America, in Japan, in Europe, or any place. He told me that I can't have a personal relationship with them, meaning, we can't be really good friends. We can't. I know it sounds sad, but there's a reason why. I'm not sure. I'm not going to talk about it in this video. But yeah, so she started talking to them, and of course bad memories came up, so I grabbed all my stuff, went into the room. I better write this down so I can put in the description. Owner of the house and neighbors don't put bad memories, because what happened was the owner of the house would talk bad about me with the neighbors across the street. She also talked bad about me with the neighbors I'm cool with. She also talked bad to the neighbors that previously lived where the Vietnamese people are now live, the neighbors next to this house. And that woman is oblivious that the neighbors, they would tell me these things, and because they don't believe it, because they see how I am, and then they see the things that she's telling me, and they would tell me, do you really do that? Like, go around, not help or do anything, this and that. And I would ask them, what do you see? Do you see me doing the things that she says? And they'd be like, no. And straight up, she's not being honest with you. Of course, I don't say bad things about her, because I leave that straight for the Father of Heaven to deal with, because I'm not gonna, I just leave it up to those people. If that's what you believe, then believe it. But if you don't believe it, then know that there's something not right. And yeah, that gave me bad memories. And I went up to the room and I started scrolling social media, and I was like, wow, I know hate is a strong word, but I really do not like that owner of the house. I really do not like that owner of the house. And it's very upsetting how she prayed for me to see my face, because of her I left this house and I lived on the street for 6 years. And believe me, I had a better time out on the streets than back in this house. But the Father of Heaven crippled me financially so bad, with 3 horrible accidents. All my money's depleted. I can't even stay on the streets because I'll get tickets, and I can't afford that. And this is just so bad. And I'm thinking, like, why, she wanted me to be unalive since my youth, and she would tell me this all the way to my college days. Why couldn't she just tell the Father of Heaven that? And why can't the Father of Heaven grant that he will unalive me? Instead of getting into those big accidents, he'll just take me out. Why can't he do that? Well, I know why he can't do that, because he commanded me to reach people. But I'm pretty sure he could use somebody else, because I am I'm just so upset. So I do want to bring a solution. I did find a solution, because I don't want to bring all negativity. And plus, the Father of Heaven, he loves positive people. So I gotta be positive, and I want him to love me. So I'm not sure if I talked about this. I am drinking the Help Me Sleep juice. Better write that down. Help me sleep. I'll explain why in a bit. Also gotta continue my solution to the problem. So I have to write this down so I don't forget, and so I could put it in the description. I didn't even mention the time, right? Right now it's I'm not sure the camera can pick up. Camera. What is it? It's frozen. Okay, it's 21:42. I hope the camera picked it up. I can't tell it because I'm using the camera and it's freezing up. And it's unfreezing, then it's freezing, then it's unfreezing. And because I did not work today, I don't have melanin from the sun. Because even though I leave at 4, I'll still get the sun absorbing in my skin, the sun rays, until probably about 7 when the sun really goes down. Because I need the sun. Because I think it has to do something with our melanin, that do something with the melatonin that helps us sleep. So I didn't get much of the sun. I mean, I did get some when I was at the garden. I call it garden because I have a little patch of dandelions growing and other edible edible greens. I don't want to call them weeds because to me they're not weeds. They're herbs and salad. So I was out for a bit, planting them, talking to them, plucking them and eating some of them. So yeah, so I'm drinking this to help me sleep. It's because of that. I wasn't out working and I didn't absorb enough sun, so I'm drinking this. It's not going to be every night. It's going to be once in a blue moon when I need it, and this is one of the times that I do need it. And I do also want to mention, this is actually tincture, because we're supposed to use little drippers and put it on our tongue with drops. I don't really drink it like that. To me, I don't think that works. But what I do know is work is when I have a cup like this, and then I would sip it and drink it, I would feel the effects the next day, and to me it's pretty cool. But I realized there are vegetables that don't work. Like I tried the beet, I didn't see any difference, and tried the turmeric, the dill. I mean, some of them had really light effects, but most of the time they didn't. But the one that did was celery, and wow, celery, I could feel the difference. Like the night I would drink it, the next day I would be filled with energy. I don't know what it does, but it's pretty good. I also made one that I brought right here, and this is the one I highly recommend do not make, because I'm gonna have to throw everything away. Not the jar, but the inside. This is Thai chili, and I was thinking, oh, if I need healing, I could have like, a couple drops on the tongue and I'll be good to go. No, I think the alcohol, it pulls out all the spiciness into the liquid. I remember having one drop on my tongue and I was like, oh Lord. Woo. I remember my whole tongue, the whole thing just lit up on fire, and then it spread out to my whole face. Everything was like, whoa. Yeah, so don't do it. The alcohol pulls out the spice, and it takes it to like a whole new level. Anyways, I shouldn't have talked about that. It'll help me sleep, and I'll put that in Thai. Spice, don't do it. Okay, so talk about the help you sleep. Now we go to the solution. How am I gonna deal with that lady? Is to avoid her. I mean, of course, if I see her, I'll greet her. Just a normal greet. Always keep the peace. Always keep the peace. Even in scripture, the Bible is commanded, those that obey the Father have to keep the peace. So my solution is, the reason why I'm drinking this is so I can wake up early in the morning tomorrow, do my lunch. I mean, just get it ready, my coffee, eat my breakfast, and then get out of the house. Oh, study the Hmong, then get out of the house. The earlier I wake, the more I could study and get out of the house before she gets up, or just avoid her, I guess. And yeah, that's my solution for the time being. Of course, I do want to talk to her one day and keep the peace, but right now I don't have enough peace in me, because I'm not sure about women, but for men, in order for men to stay calm and composed and through tough, difficult situations, we need peace. Like we really need peace. That's why it's even commanded in scripture. If you're with a quarreling woman, it's better for you to go to the forest than to stay with that woman, because they'll drive you up the wall. I'm not talking about just women, just any situation that's quarreling or troubling. And yeah, I mean, that's my solution for now. Just avoid her for a bit until I get some peace, and then just be normal. Alright, so how much time we got left? Now we're going to talk about the good stuff. Of course, right when we get to the good stuff, it's only 5 minutes left. Can you see it? So I got up at 8:28. Yeah, that's pretty late. My goal is to wake up at 6. And once I got up, I got ready, washed the face, brushed the teeth, not brush the teeth, but clean the teeth. And then I started laundry around at 8:45. So I started laundry, I made food, I made coffee, and unfortunately at 9:15 I started scrolling on social media all the way to 9:45, so that was half an hour. And at 9:45 I exercised. I did hand grips. Oh, I put it in the bag. It's this hefty hand grip because a lot of people, they use the little ones, the plastic ones, but mine's made out of metal. And I do about I think it's like 110 pounds of grip. I did 20 of those. I did 5 jumping squats. No, I did 20 jumping squats. Wow, I am so out of shape. I think I did 5 and I was panting and out of breath, and I couldn't, I jumped high the first 5, and the other 15 it just shrank from 5 inches then to 4 to 3. Even it got down to probably less than 1 inch off the just squatting. Normal squat is already tiring enough, but imagine squatting up and doing right when the mid squat hits and just exploding to a jump. It takes a lot of energy out, and wow, I need to get back to it. And then I also did some forearm exercises for my forearm. So I did some exercises, and then that's all I did. I didn't do a lot. I need to get back into it. I realized my stamina and my explosiveness it went downhill, straight up downhill. Even my speed, everything just out of it. I gotta train myself again. And I need to write down what I did. And then I took a cold bath, like a very cold bath. Had a bucket just of cold water, and I showered the Vietnam way. So I just have like a set bucket, because I think doing the regular shower wastes so much water. So I have I'm not sure how many gallon, maybe it's 5 gallon, and I would pour that over myself, and the water was straight up cold. Right when I poured up, I could tell my body, it just froze up. But it felt good. Once everything was done, I felt refreshed, I felt revitalized, and ready to go. And how much time we got left? I studied the Hmong really late. I started studying Hmong at 12:10. We got 1 minute. So I started studying Hmong at 1:10 all the way into 1:30. And guess what? I couldn't find my DJI mic. And the Father of Heaven was telling me to be organized, and I made a mess on the table, on the bed. I also finished the laundry, and I threw all the clothes on the bed, and I didn't want to clear it up or anything. And I made another mess on this side. And this is the Father of Heaven's way to tell me, clean up before you go, because I was looking for this all over the place. And then I was like, is the Father of Heaven trying to tell me something? And I was looking, I was like, okay, in order for me to find this, I better start cleaning up. So I cleaned up the table, it wasn't there. I cleaned up the whole other side, it wasn't there. And I was like, okay, maybe somewhere in the bed, I probably have to fold all the clothes. Once I folded all the clothes, then I remembered. Then the Father put into my head, I was like, okay, all I want you to is to organize your stuff. That's all I want you to do. Your little thing, you put it inside with your Sony mic. And I was like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I was thinking, Father of Heaven, can't you just tell me earlier and let me go to work, and then when I come home from work, then do the bed thing? Because if he let me go, I would not have encountered the the owner of the house and, you know, that situation and the bad memory, none of that would have happened. But then that could have been on me. I should have organized everything, and you know, that wouldn't have happened. So timer started. So yeah, because the Father of Heaven, he does things in a very interesting way. Like, he'll say things very softly. That's why if you encounter people who are very close or very spiritual, when they hear something, they'll do it. But for me, I would hear it and, you know, I'll just let it go one ear and just like, I'll do it later. But the Father of Heaven, no, I don't want you to do it later. Stop putting things away. Do it now. If it doesn't take up a lot of time, do it now. That's the point that came across. So if there's something I can do, just do it now. Don't do it later. Father ain't having it. That's all I have for this video. Thank you everyone for watching, and I do apologize for the negativity, but if anyone wants to offer prayers for me to how to not be so angry, that'll be great. To all my new viewers, if you enjoyed the content, please consider helping me out with a like, a comment, and a share. And if you're not subscribed, to subscribe. To all my returning viewers, thank you so much. I really appreciate your support. It means a lot. And I do want to make a short prayer for anyone who has watched the video all the way through. This is for me, from me, and also from the Father of Heaven, that the Father of Heaven may protect your peace, that he will protect your peace from any obstacles, any challenges that you may get or may encounter, and that you will be able to handle it peacefully and gracefully, and that the Father of Heaven will also give you lots of love, and also me too, because we all need it. And that's all I have for this video. Until the next, the Most High willing, hallelujah and Sinji Dua.